Welcome to GPTV of New York City, baby.
Thank you to the Big Mo and welcome to GPTV on Wednesday the 12th of June. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And Gary, you obviously had an amazing time with the Big Mo who showed you around New York. And just for the viewers, Gary was away in the Big Apple, big New York City. And just in case the tax man is watching, this was an authentic real estate agent's tour of the Big Apple. So over to you, Gary.
It was, yes. Big Mo there was involved in security and transport. You don't mess with Big Mo, but it was lovely of him to introduce us. So that's a wonderful start to an incredible time in New York City, Philip.
Hello GPTV viewers, here we are in Chelsea, Oakley, visiting Core Real Estate, one of the boutique real estate agencies that's doing wonderful things in New York.
Just in case the viewers are wondering, Gary, why we're talking about the Big Apple and Hawaii, because you were on a fact-finding agent mission of the Big Apple, New York City, trying to work out what we're doing well, what more we could learn from those crazy marketers in the Big Apple. And it's good to see, Gary, that you came back with some inspiration, which is, of course, that commission rates in New York are 6%.
Yes.
So we'd love to think that that's going to catch on. Gary, what do you think our chances are?
Well, let's talk a little bit about it, Phil. I mean, firstly, it is very, very different the way they do things in New York. We went to some incredible companies, and as we're speaking, some of the logos and some of the images are up on the screen, but what an amazing experience, Philip. Some big firms, some big numbers, talking to one agent, talking about our rentals and how we let out, I think, 50 properties or 60 properties last month. We thought that was pretty good, and so did he, until he went on to tell me that he rented out 800 last month.
And actually fascinating about that, just so people can see how different it is in the States. Whilst that's a phenomenal number, of course, but there are, I think, 8 million people living in just Manhattan alone. The tenant pays the letting fee.
Yes.
And that's an extraordinary thing. So the tenant pays the letting fee, and the fees, I don't mind saying, are absolutely enormous.
Yes, the fees are 15% of the annual rent, around about. And they're deregulated, and they need to be very careful because they can't have control of the fees, so to speak. But yes, it is around 15%, and the commissions absolutely fill up around 6%. Some of the firms were very interesting, very exciting, but I've got to tell you, I think we do it well in Australia, and certainly Melbourne. Melbourne, in terms of marketing, I think it's certainly very much absolutely at the cutting edge of the world of real estate.
Leading edge, Gary, leading edge. Let's talk about not Manhattan, let's not talk about Hawaii, let's talk about, Gary, where we are today, because as far as I'm concerned, great to go away, but better to come back, because we live in the best city of the best country, not only in the world, Gary, but on the entire planet. And speaking of great addresses and great places to come home to, let's talk about 180 Hawthorne Road on the corner of Craddock Avenue, right in the heart of Caulfield North, where we're filming today. Gary, this is the most incredible home. You can use this as 4, 5, 6 bedrooms, all of the bathroom accommodation you'd want, brilliant entertaining areas, and how about upstairs on the top floor, that incredible home theatre?
This is an amazing property. We've had the pleasure of selling this a couple of times actually, and every time we sell it, we're selling happy vendors out of here for various reasons. But this is a magnificent home, and it's funny, here we are on Hawthorne Road, which is of course the address, yet it's so quiet, because how solid is this house?
Gary, this house will still be standing in 100 years, I reckon, because it was built to last.
The quality built for the maid and the butler, and there's
quality here is phenomenal.
Yes.
And the quality of construction, as I say, we're on the corner of Craddock Avenue. You wouldn't know Hawthorne Road existed. No. Let's talk about, Gary, the weekend that's coming up, because we've just finished the Queen's birthday weekend, which was a really, really quiet weekend in Melbourne, as it always is. But let's talk about this weekend that's coming up, because we've got 22 auctions this weekend.
Before we do that, we did a bit of a pre-record last week, and let's just say we had a very good weekend. We really had no idea at this point, but I'm sure it was. And we really didn't know it was a great weekend, but 2 weekends ago, we had 9 auctions, and happy to say we sold 8 out of 9.
It was a great weekend,
and some really good ones. So while I was in New York at that time, you were working away, beavering away.
I was.
Helping to pay off the credit card.
You were on the plane, sipping cocktails. I was working, paying for your holiday. Although the taxman is watching, and he probably is, we can substantiate every day that Gary was
I got the
away.
receipt, don't worry about that. This weekend, you're correct, Phil, 22 auctions. It is a monster weekend, and we've got some incredible offerings. Let's go through some of them now, shall we? 11:30, Philip, on Saturday, you've got the pleasure of doing the auction in Poplar Street in Caulfield South. What a great location
Fabulous
that is.
home, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 2 cars, Gary. What a sensational house that is.
You're moving on, Philip, at 12:30 to an auction in Queens Avenue, Caulfield East. That's a great location.
Great location,
Beautiful
Gary.
home.
A really good pocket of Caulfield and near the racecourse, the train station, the East Caulfield Shopping Centre, an absolute beauty.
I'm looking forward at 1:30, Philip, to auctioning a property in Young Street in St Kilda East. We spoke about this home before. It's a very edgy, very interesting home in a great location close to all the action.
So let's talk about Sunday, Gary.
Sunday's going to be a very busy day, Phil. I hope everyone got any plans on Sunday night, any weddings or functions, because we have got an enormous day and some.
I think on Sunday I'm doing a 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, and then I might go home at 5:30 or 6 o'clock.
Exactly right. Maybe go out and have a night of debating or
It's
discussion.
going to be a big carbohydrate breakfast for me on Sunday morning.
I'm starting off doing an auction on Sunday morning, Philip, in Halstead Street, right in the heart of Caulfield North. This is a beautiful property, 3 or 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and in a great location there in Halstead Street.
91 Estelle Road, Caulfield North. If you'd like to see Leor Samuel do an auction, roll along to that one. 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom, a really good period home on a lovely parcel of land.
One of our other 13 auctions this weekend, Philip, is in Octavia Street. That's at 11:30 a.m, the same time as the property that you've just mentioned. And I'm going to be meeting you there, Phil, because I'm very interested to see what's going on. I have a free spot myself, and that is a beautiful home.
Big family home, Gary, a modern 2-storey home with huge entertaining areas, swimming pool. That one dots all the I's and crosses all the T's.
And we did film GPTV there a little while ago. The next auction on the agenda to talk about, Philip, is in Hertford Street in St Kilda East. What a beautiful home this one is at 2:30 p.m.
A stunning architectural home with 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car spaces, an absolute ripper of a home and sensational location.
3:30, Phil, we're right here at 180 Hawthorne Road in Caulfield North.
Yeah, and what a great home. Looking forward to seeing who the new lucky owner of this home is, Gary.
One of the interesting things I thought about is, I just thought this morning about this house, and I think there's 3 real estate agents. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, it's a good sign. But there are 3 real estate agents within about 30 houses of here, and I'm probably about 50 houses away from here. So I don't know whether that's good or bad, but real estate agents are putting their money into this location, this part of Caulfield North, Philip.
What a great part it
for
is.
better or for worse. We are finishing up on Sunday at a big high in Clarinda Street, in the heart of Caulfield South, well, the Elstonwick side of Caulfield South. We featured GPTV there a little while ago.
Number 9.
How about that house?
That's going to attract a huge crowd. We
I think
there's
so.
going to be competitive bidding there, Gary, because it is the most magnificent renovated period home that you're ever likely to see.
That will be the end of 13 auctions on Sunday and 22 for the weekend at Gary Peer & Associates. It's all happening at
I'm
exciting
going to give
time.
you just a heads up, Gary.
Yeah.
Do not expect me to see me in the sales meeting on Monday morning. I think I'm going to have a bit of a sleep in, go out for breakfast, rest my voice, and then I'll see you for lunch on Monday.
I expect you to be there promptly, sharp, on time, reliable, energised and inspiring. Although you will have entered a different decade by then, because it is Philip Kingston's birthday tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, on Thursday, the 13th of June. He is the big 5-0.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
He is.
There's no way I could possibly be turning that number.
So
I'm
if you'd
thinking
like to,
more it's 40. It's 40, Gary.
So if you'd like to send him your messages of congratulations and love for half a decade of magnificence, feel free to go and send that to Philip Kingston at philipk@garypeer.com.au. We're looking forward to celebrating with you. You still look pretty good for 50.
Thanks, Gary. I don't feel too bad, actually.
Yeah. No, you still got it, man. We're looking forward to bringing you all the news from GPTV next week. A big roundup of this massive weekend that we're coming up. We know we're a day late, but I hope you forgive us for the Queen's birthday.
We're back on track now, though.
We're on track. Back from the States, because it was good to be in Hawaii with you, Phil, but we're back here, learned, improved, more professional and better than ever, full of energy, and looking forward to servicing you through GPTV. We look forward to seeing you next week. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a great week.
Bye for now.